Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about the moon sextile or trine Jupiter in a natal chart. Now, if you have, well, first off, it would be kind to rewind it. When I first started, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in a natal chart. There were, a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them, in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is, well, if you have the moon sextile or trine Jupiter in the natal chart, you may easily meet the need, which is the moon, to expand horizons, which is Jupiter. Jupiter is in Pisces as an example. Horizons you're expanding, maybe tied in with poetry, dancing, photography, spirituality, the metaphysical, which includes astrology. It could be fishing, boating, oceanography. It could even be pursuing some position in anesthesiology as some examples. And also too, you may readily find, that enthusiasm and exuberance, which is Jupiter, to attain the emotional needs, which is the moon. If the moon is in Gemini as an example, the thing is, it could be emotional needs may be tied into variety of minded versions of things, but it may emphasize something with communication, or disseminating, assimilating information, or something connected with manual dexterity, such as auto or refrigeration mechanics, as some examples. And also, too, if you have the moon sextile or trine Jupiter in a natal chart, another way it may manifest is that you may exuberantly, which is Jupiter, express your emotions, and emotions may, come out generally, more positive than negative. I would say if you have this aspect, if you have the moon in Aries, say, emotions may be very may be enthusiastic actually, and very being very positive, and feeling not readily, like not being readily discouraged, in ventures that you are trying to complete, whatever you're embarking on, because Aries is very action oriented too. So it could be where you're not readily discouraged in whatever activities are, but more positive regarding that. If you have the if you have this aspect from Jupiter, set or sextile or trine aspect involving Jupiter. The thing too is, also, too, moon sextile or trine Jupiter in the natal chart can be expressed in having a little difficulty, very little trouble feeling, which is the moon, like expressing your philosophies and beliefs, which is Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is in Aquarius as an example. Those beliefs and philosophies may be unconventional and unorthodox. They may be tied into astrology. You may express a lot of beliefs, connected with astronomy and space, outer space, you know, um, electronics, computers, information technology. It could be meteorology as well, aviation, innovation, things, anything that's Aquarius related. Now, you also, if you have one of these aspects in your natal chart, you may readily nurture and care, which is the moon, for in-laws and foreigners, which is Jupiter. Now, let's say that Jupiter is in Taurus as an example. In-laws and foreigners may, one or more may actually be a Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be someone that's patient, people that are patient, persistent, persevering, trustworthy, loyal, steadfast, yet may also be stubborn and obstinate, and even materialistic as well, as an example. Now, these aspects can be favorable for living, having the home, which is the moon, in a foreign country, which is Jupiter. Now, if Jupiter is in Aquarius, as an example, it might be, an unusual, place you may go to. Jupiter is in Pisces. It might be something, that maybe something you fantasized or dreamed about, which is really like an ideal, type of place for you in a foreign country. And it might be too, like if, Jupiter, you know, say is another example is in Capricorn. It might be more, tied into the career or business related as far as, going to this foreign country to live goes. Now, another thing about these aspects too is that, if you have the moon sextile or trine Jupiter in a natal chart, is that it could be very auspicious, for higher education, which is Jupiter, associated, with the moon. For example, it could be, taking, some course, involving, home remodeling, renovation, cooking, culinary work, real estate, something that's associated with nurturing and caring for others, such as a position as a home caregiver, as some examples. Now, also too, um, if you have the moon sextile or trine Jupiter natal chart, another way it could manifest and pan out is that there may generally be good memories, which is the moon. That's connected. It could be with traveling abroad, sports, expanding horizons, as some examples. Now, if Jupiter is in Gemini, the sports, one may have been involved in, maybe, like a quick reaction type sport, such as badminton, table tennis, racquetball, as some examples. If, Jupiter is in Pisces, it could be some sport, water sport, whether it's something with surfing or sailing, fishing, and, as some other, examples. Jupiter in Aries could be one like a more combative sport, such as, or sports such as boxing, judo, kickboxing, karate, as some examples, or even a volatile. It could be more volatile sports such as hockey or football, as some other examples. Now, another thing too is that the moon sextile or trine Jupiter in the natal chart can also be positive as far as Jupiterian people, being compatible with the unconscious side, which is the moon. When I say Jupiterian people, it could be those in Jupiter, professions, such as college teaching, publishing, advertising, importing, exporting, as some examples. And if you have your say if your moon is in the zodiac sign Cancer, that unconscious side can be one that's very caring, nurturing, sympathetic, dedicated, devoted, tenacious, protective, introverted, but maybe very emotional and sensitive as well, as an example. And these aspects also can be propitious for, prosperity, which is Jupiter, with the public, which is the moon. Now, Jupiter, let's say is in Virgo as an example. It could be, doing, something with health and fitness as far as prosperity goes, just, such as working as a fitness, instructor, or doing something with statistics or analytics, or something that involves cleaning and sanitation, organizing, such as being a professional organizer, as some examples. And also, too, these aspects can be favorable for the mother and family, which is the moon, being beneficial, to matters, with publishing and advertising, which is Jupiter. Jupiter is in Aquarius. It could be publishing, things, or advertising things associated with astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, as some examples. And these aspects can also be favorable for goodwill and benevolence, which is Jupiter, being expressed to the mother, or even from the mother and family who knows that you're close to home with, which is the moon. If the moon, say, is in Libra as an example, these people may actually be, Libra, have a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply embody the traits of the sign. It could be people that are very charming, tactful, diplomatic, refined, um, you could say equitable, fair, balanced, peace-loving, cooperative, and compromising as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.